Okay, what's going on, guys? EP Roofing here. We are in Ashley and Josh's home up in South Jordan, Utah. We're gonna be doing a repairability video as well as a comparison video. We pulled the shingle, we sent it out to ITEL. The original shingle was discontinued, but they're claiming that there's a similar match to it. So we're gonna be doing a repairability video, and we're gonna just be comparing it to see if it's an actual match, as well as if you're able to do a proper repair without causing damage. Right now we're currently in the damaged slope, as you can see. This is where we pulled the shingle in the damaged slope. So let's get started. I marked out what I'm gonna be pulling. I'm gonna be pulling this shingle, and we're gonna see if we're gonna cause damage. So let's get started. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have to break the adhesive in order for us to pull out the shingle. So we're gonna have to pull out the nails from this first line as well as the secondary line right here. In order for you to do that, you're gonna have to break the adhesive. So let's get started. You can see I'm not gonna be aggressive. I'm just breaking the adhesive. Just breaking the adhesive. And you can see I already know when I come back and nail this down, I'm gonna cause creasing. So I already know this roof is already brittled. We have granules coming off as well. You can see a bunch of granules coming off from the roof. Take up all the nails. Let's pull this out. You can see we have mat transfer. We have wind-driven debris. Let's take off all the nails, the old nails, in order for us to slide in the new shingle. There you go. You guys can see that we have granules coming off from the roof. Okay, and that's all the nails. So now we're going to be putting the matching shingle, and we're going to see if we're going to create any damage to the roof while attempting the repair. So let's slide this shingle in. We're going to put it in the keyway, and you can see right off the bat that it's not a match. The shingle looks completely different. Let me stack the other shingle to show you guys the difference in the color. You can see the difference for sure. On top of that, it's not a match because it overlaps. I don't have a tape measure on me, but it does overlap. You can see it's on the keyway and it's overlapping, as well as the nail line is further up, meaning I'm gonna have to lift it up even more for me to properly nail this down where it's supposed to be nailed down, because we're trying to do a proper installation repair. So we're gonna put 6 or 7 nails right here. We're gonna lift it up just enough to nail it down, and you can see causing creasing to the shingle when I lifted it up. You can see. So lifting it up to nail it down, lifting it up to nail it down. And when I did that, you can see we have a crease right here. Right here. As you can see, I'm lifting it up to nail it down. We have creasing already. You can see we have creasing as well right there. So far, we don't have any tears in the shingle, but we do have creasing. So now that we know that down, we're also going to have to nail the shingle above. You can see that we don't have nails because we pulled it out in order for us to pull it out. So in order for this to be properly secured, we're also going to have to put nails on the secondary line. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift it up. You can see I'm not being aggressive. I'm lifting it up 45 degrees, and in doing that, I am causing creasing, as you can see. Look at how the shingle, it doesn't sit back down. There's a crease to it because I lifted it up just enough to nail it down, and I'm creating damage to the shingle, as you can see. So let's do the same thing over here, lifting it up to nail it down. And as you can see, we have creasing. Hopefully you're able to see my shadows in the way, but we do have creasing happening when I'm lifting it up to nail it down. As you can see, more creasing to the shingle, and it's already delaminating, as you can see. But we have a huge crease right there as well. As you can see, I lifted it up to nail this down, and I am creating creasing. And creasing is damage. So I'm lifting it up, nail it down. You can see more creasing. It will cause more creasing over here once I get over here to nail it down. But you can see the crease in the shingles. You see I lifted it up, nail it down, and we're creating creasing as well. And the shingles delaminating kind of, not fully yet, but over time it's just gonna fall apart. With the winds, this is just gonna come off, the tabs are gonna come off. So far we damaged 2 shingles. We damaged the shingle above. You can see we created creasing. It's kind of difficult to see, but I'll take photos. My shadow's in the way. But we damaged 1 shingle, creasing, slight crease right there. But we did cause the second shingle to damage. You can see huge creasing right there, creasing right here. And I created this creasing because I had to lift this up in order for me to nail it down. And when I did, I caused damage, and I also tore it apart. You can see there's a tear in the shingle. And when I lifted this up to nail it down, I did cause creasing as well. So this roof is not repairable. You're gonna cause creasing, you're gonna cause slight tears in the shingle. There's also mat transfer, so this is never gonna seal down how it's supposed to. And there's wind-driven debris under all this. So even if you come back with caulk to caulk it down with the wind-driven debris, it's not gonna seal down. Let's stack up the shingles to see if it's a match or not. But you can see the difference. No matter how far I go up, far away, you can see the difference. It's a completely different color. I'll also be taking street photos to show you guys that it's not a match. So over time, this repair is gonna fall apart because of the creasing, the slight tears, and you can see it's already delaminating. You can see the tab right here from the creasing starting to delaminate. So not repairable. You won't be able to do a proper repair.